welcomes you to this guided meditation on communication dynamics. We're going to look at cultural value dimensions as described, for example, in Gerd Hofstedter's Cultural Dimensions. Hall's high context versus low context communication, and Padmanau's model of cultural differences. Find a place where you won't be disturbed for the next 22 minutes. Relax into a position of your choice. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Breathe in deeply, taking in energy, and slowly exhale. Let go of everything you don't need anymore. Breathe in deeply, taking in energy, and slowly exhale, letting go. Let yourself begin to soften as you imagine standing at the top of a gently curving stone staircase. It leads downwards into a peaceful, abundant garden, a sanctuary for your mind and heart. With each step, you move deeper into calm, deeper into clarity. Downward from 10 to 1. 10. A soft breeze touches your skin. 9. You hear a distant bird song. 8. Sunlight filters through the trees. 7. You notice a lizard running down the stone wall. 6. A scent of jasmine in the air. 5. The stones are cool under your feet. 4. You feel yourself arriving fully. 3. The world around you fades. 2. Silence, peace, and presence pervade you. 1. You step into the garden. Look around. This garden is alive with light and color and birdsong, the hum of insects. You see trees with twisted trunks, tall grasses swaying in rhythm with the breeze, blossoms in soft hues and bold colors. You hear bees, crickets. Feel the sun on your face, the earth beneath you, carrying you. Taste the sweet scent of orange blossoms in the air. You are fully present, fully grounded, fully open. As you wander in this garden, notice how not all plants grow the same way. Some rise tall, declaring themselves boldly. Others spread quietly, weaving subtle patterns across the earth. Some bloom quickly and brightly. Others open slowly, gently, all in their own time. This garden is a reflection of your team, a reflection of human diversity in communication, thought, and collaboration. These differences are cultural communication dimensions. They remind us that there is no single right way to grow, to speak, to solve problems, or to belong. There are simply different ways, complementary, contrasting, balancing one another. Let's walk through 6 of these dimensions. As you explore, allow yourself to notice, where do I stand? Where does my team stand? How might these differences shape the way we meet, share, and create together? Let's look at direct and specific, or indirect and less specific communication. Imagine a tree that grows tall and straight, its branches reaching openly for the sun. It says clearly, this is where I am, this is what I need. Nearby, a vine winds more subtly along the wall, hinting at its needs through its direction, its color, its gentle lean toward light. Some people, like the tree, speak plainly and specifically. Others, like the vine, share meaning through context, through nuance, through what is not said as much as what is said. Pause and ask yourself, where do I tend to live on this scale? Do I favor clarity and directness, or subtlety and context? Let's look at analytical and linear, or intuitive and lateral. Ahead, you see rows of vegetables planted neatly in straight lines, order, sequence, logic. Not far away, wildflowers spread in a meadow, colorful, unstructured, yet forming a pattern of their own. Some team members prefer analysis, steps, clear frameworks. Others leap intuitively, sensing connections that are not immediately visible. Both are valuable. Both lead to growth. Pause and ask, when I face a challenge, do I reach for the straight path or the winding one? How do I respond when others take the opposite route? Looking at emphasis on individual performance or on group performance, you notice a solitary oak, strong, rooted, standing proudly on its own. And then you notice a grove of bamboo, tall, flexible, strong only because they arise together, leaning on one another. Some people seek recognition for their individual contributions. Others care more about the collective outcome, the group's harmony, the team's success. Breathe and reflect. Which feels more natural to me? Do I thrive as the oak or as the bamboo grove? How does my team balance these needs? Considering communication that is verbal or primarily non-verbal. A bird sings a clear, ringing song in the branches. Nearby, a flower communicates not through sound, but through color, fragrance, presence. Some communicate through words, direct conversation, dialogue, debate. Others rely on tone, gesture, silence, atmosphere. Ask yourself, how do I tend to communicate? And how well do I notice what is spoken without words in my team? Consider emphasis on task and product, or on relationships and process. You pass a gardener counting ripe fruit, measuring the harvest with satisfaction. And then you see another gardener who pauses to nurture the soil, water gently, and enjoy the process of tending. Some value outcomes and results. Others value the process, the relationships, the quality of the journey. Both matter. One cannot exist without the other. Reflect. Which way of working feels more natural to me? And what balance does my team need most right now? Looking at surfacing differences openly or maintaining harmony, you notice two streams. One rushing, tumbling over rocks, surfacing every obstacle in its path. And another moving quietly, winding smoothly around barriers, blending into the landscape. Some people believe differences should be surfaced openly, even if it creates tension. Others believe harmony should be protected and differences handled with subtlety. Ask yourself, what is my instinct? To surface or to smooth? And what does my team need in this season of growth? Pause here and take a breath. You have walked through 6 dimensions of human difference. Direct and indirect, analytical and intuitive, individual or group, verbal or non-verbal, task or relationship, surface or harmony. None are better, none are worse. All are ways of being in the garden and and in the team. Now gently ask yourself, where do I stand on these scales? Where does my team stand? Where might there be balance or imbalance? Notice without judgment, simply become aware. Now imagine your team gathered here in the garden. See them not as plants in competition, but as a diverse ecosystem. The tall tree, the quiet vine, the meadow of wildflowers, the grove of bamboo, the single oak. Consider how these differences affect your meetings. When you speak, do all voices have space? Do direct voices dominate while indirect voices remain unheard? Do analytical paths overshadow intuitive leaps? Do task-oriented members silence those who value process and relationship? Pause and ask gently, what small adjustments could I make to our meeting culture so that each style has space to thrive? Maybe it is offering time for reflection before speaking. Maybe it is balancing clear agendas with open dialogue. Maybe it is acknowledging both individual contributions and collective achievements. Maybe it is learning to read silence, to notice the unspoken as much as the spoken. Leadership is not about choosing one style. It is about holding space for many. It is about tending the ecosystem of your team so that each way of being has value, each voice has a place. Now look again where you are in this garden and slowly begin to walk back towards the stone staircase. You will carry the garden's calm, clarity, and your own quiet wisdom with you. As you reach the stone staircase, you begin to ascend, one step at a time, holding the image of your garden close. 1. You feel the garden behind you. 2. The warmth of the sun still glows inside. 3. A sense of direction begins to emerge. 4. You feel tall, grounded, capable. 5. You sense a breath of fresh purpose. 6. Acknowledge the new clarity about your leadership gifts. 7. You feel ready to serve the greater good. 8. Lightness and strength. 9. Your senses awaken fully. 10. You arrive in the present moment. Take a long, deep breath in and a slow, steady breath out. Now you may relax a little bit longer or continue your day. You are here. You are whole. You are a leader, connected to yourself, to others, and to the path ahead.